Okay, here's the second part of the video lecture for sensation and perception. We were talking about basic definitions for detection and discrimination threshold, and the best example I can think of to give you for detection threshold is volume. And I know a lot of you have iPods or phones. We're going to try to find the smallest amount of energy that's required to tell that something is here. So I'm going to hit play. You're going to look at my iPod here, okay? Maybe. And I'm going to hit play. It's playing. Now I can't hear it. I'm going to slowly walk the volume up here, okay? Right there. At this point I can hear noise coming out of it. So on my iPod this is about volume level 9 or 10. So my detection threshold would be 9 or 10 there. So I'm going to pause it. I'm going to put it right on 50. Right in the middle here to talk about the discrimination threshold. Now, I'm going to hit play in a second. Whenever I can tell that the volume is louder, at that point, whatever the difference is between level 50, which is right here, where that red dot is, okay, and when I can tell it's louder, is my discrimination threshold. I'm going to slowly walk it up. Right there. So, where that little red dot is, if you can see it, that was where I started. So it took me about 6 or 7 units. That's about 57 volume level on my iPod. So that 7 unit difference is my discrimination threshold for sound. So hopefully that will help kind of clear that up a little bit. Now, give you some other examples of detection thresholds. A candle on a dark night at a distance of 30 miles. For most of us with normal vision represents our detection threshold. If you get beyond 30 miles, then you're not going to be able to see that candle. That seems amazing, but it's really true. For hearing, a ticking watch at a distance of 20 feet. If there are no other noises present, most of us with normal hearing can hear that. Now when you get beyond 20 feet, it gets very difficult to notice that sound. For touch, the wing of a fly dropped on your cheek from 1 centimeter is the detection threshold for touch. For smell, in a 6-room house, 1 drop of perfume diffused through an entire house if there are no other smells present. If you get a house that's bigger than that, or if you get different smells in addition to the perfume, you're probably not going to be able to tell that there's 1 drop of perfume. For taste, the detection threshold is approximately 1 teaspoon of sugar in 2 gallons of water. If it's any less than 1 teaspoon of sugar, you're probably not going to be able to taste the sugar in the water. You're not going to be able to tell that there's anything in that water. Now, detection thresholds will vary from person to person. You guys are a lot younger than I. Typically our sensory abilities diminish as we age. So for me, I'll use my iPod example again. For hearing, on my iPod, which is right here, see my volume level there, it takes me, there's 0. It's going to take me to get about right here before I can tell that there's a sound. For you guys, you might be able to tell that there's sound coming out at about right there. So you're able to detect, that the sound is there at a lower volume than what I'd be able to. Also, detection thresholds will vary over time within the same person. As we age, again, we kind of lose some sensory ability. So our detection thresholds are going to change as we age. It's going to take more noise or more volume to notice that something is there, or to be able to feel something, for example. Now, examples of discrimination thresholds. Again, we're talking about telling the difference between things. Using a 60-watt light bulb, 1 watt difference is needed minimally to tell a difference. If it's anything less than 1 watt, you're probably not going to be able to tell a difference. If you have dimmers in your home, you could set the light intensity or the brightness at a mid-level and slowly turn the knob. When you immediately notice that it's a little bit brighter in the room, then that's when you've hit your discrimination threshold. Okay. For pitch, it's 1/333 of a change. Seems very minute. Discrimination threshold for weight is 1/50th of a change. If I'm carrying something that weighs 100 pounds and you add 1 ounce to my weight load, I'm not going to be able to tell that something is heavier. If you add 5 pounds, for example, then I'm probably going to be able to tell that what I'm carrying is heavier all of a sudden. So if I'm carrying 100 pounds of something, if you add 2 pounds to that, that's 1/50th, then that's minimally what's needed for me to be able to tell a difference in weight. For volume, approximately 1/10 of a change is needed to tell a difference. So, for taste, it's 1/5 of a change that is needed to tell a difference. And we'll go ahead and call that the end of this part. Thanks.